Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to smack that bell to get notifications or hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with my contents, or give me a thumbs up if you like the content. I know this on YouTube and TikTok, and I know that there's plenty of libs on TikTok. So that's why I'm posting this video, because I know they'll be overjoyed by it, in case they haven't heard. You see, Donald Trump is a man who, no matter what people think, or say about him, the hand of God is upon that man. And I'll tell you why. People don't know the achievements that he had while he was president. They don't know the things that he did for the common man, and things that he did to help nations be peaceful and make agreements between people. And under Donald J. Trump's presidency, there was a peace accord made, which became known as the Abraham Accords, started by Israel and the United Arab Emirates, then Bahrain, then a few other nations added on, and it's packed up from there. And eventually Donald Trump did what no other president had done before. Every president had said that it was to happen, but they chickened out because the people in the know were telling them that if he did it, it would create World War III, which is totally and utterly ridiculous. Because yes, when the peace, when Donald Trump moved the United States Embassy to Jerusalem, he was one of the first people that moved the embassy to Jerusalem. And mind you, the Christian embassy had been there for many years before. And as I say, there wasn't many that had their embassies in Jerusalem, and thankfully from Donald had the cojones to do that. Many other people have moved their embassies also, which is great for peace. Russia stayed out of Ukraine while Trump was president. In fact, he wouldn't even have dared, because he knew what Trump would do. He also kept China at bay, which no other president had done. In fact, Sleepy Joe made his fortunes in China, and many other nations like Ukraine. But they've tried to bring different cases against Trump one way or another. It was always uh, something that he done, and then they said that they brought him to court and gave him a $375 million bond to pay, which was totally outrageous for the crime that he had been convicted of, because it wasn't even literally a proven crime. So the judge dropped it to 175. And the next day, what do you think happened? Yes, you're right. Truth Social was floated on the stock exchange. And within the first 24 hours, Truth Social made Donald Trump 8 extra billion on top of his fortune. Now, before this here, they were talking about Trump having to declare bankrupt, having to close down a few Trump towers and sell some businesses because he wouldn't have the money to pay for his legal expenses. But uh, but Trump has been true to Israel, and in that way he has brought the Abraham covenant upon himself and his presidency. And even though he didn't win last time because the election was stolen, it was rigged. I watched the people posting votes in the boxes, hundreds at a time, doing it at night and taking photographs of the box of proof that they dropped them in. There was shenanigans going on all the way, and it was just corrupt as anything. So I think Trump will be back because the black people in America have took to him from he got his mugshot. Now they say that Donald Trump's getting put in jail for something he didn't do, just like the black men have got put in jail for things they didn't do throughout the generations, just for their skin color alone, which is abhorrent. And he was also taken off the Forbes rich list. And thankfully, because of the $8 billion boost, he is now back on the richest 500 list, and he's floating above, and he definitely has God's protection. He is a wonderful man, and I'm living in Northern Ireland, and if I could bring Trump here, it would be absolutely amazing. All we have in our country is socialists, Greens, lefties, with a few parties that are great, but one of the party leaders is embroiled in a sex scandal. But there's another one called Tuck, and he's a bit like Trump in a way, and I think the next time I could vote for him, but I'm not sure because I've always voted DUP. But as I said, Trump has been cascaded for all around. His name's been dragged through the muck on every news channel. He's downgraded. He's picked upon. I watched Piers Morgan last night, and a few of the girls on it were absolutely ridiculous. Their sayings that Britain has separation of church and state. There is no such thing as separation of church and state. Separation of church and state is what the liberals brought in, those anti-God leftist losers, because we stand on the Bible, and the Bible will always win. And as long as Trump points his finger upwards and praises God and thanks him for being president and for giving him leave of all these charges, that will be wiped away when he becomes president. Shalom, Mar.